Hello, hi everyone. A very good evening to all. I hope that we are live now. So, those who have already joined me live, can you guys just quickly give me a confirmation that whether I'm clearly visible, properly audible, or not? We will start our discussion very soon once many people will join us. But in the meantime, it would be great if you guys can give me a quick confirmation whether I'm clearly audible and properly visible to everyone or not. Maybe in the chat window you can start giving me a confirmation. We will start very soon this discussion. um Excited to hear about this new unique topic. I'm also excited to talk about it. So today, after, I would say, almost few months, right, I was not having any meetings at night, so I thought that why not to take this session. But before finalizing it, I did a poll. I hope that many of you have seen that. It was on YouTube, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. And I just asked that whether people are available or not. And many people have responded yes. So I thought that, let's try to cater together. Let's try to discuss with you all in the community what exactly is going on in the firm, how we are doing the work. There's a lot of talk right now going on about Gen AI. So I thought that, let me share my insights on top of it. Many people have misconception that right now there is no need to learn about these MLDL, NLP basic stuffs. So whether they are important or not, and how the things are transitioning from doing, let's say, EDA specific part previously versus right now, how we are approaching towards any given problem. So we'll talk about all these things step by step. It will be a long discussion. So I really want you guys to stay tuned, and by the end of the discussion, let me know that whether you find it insightful or not. And I really want you guys to mention in the comment section as well. And do share these videos with everyone. Do tag me on LinkedIn and Twitter. And if you feel that there is something more we can discuss in our upcoming discussions on live, you can always let me know. Whenever I'll get this kind of a time, the slots will be free. I will definitely try to come up live and we'll discuss with you all. So thank you so much, Unmesh Chandra, for the confirmation. Hello, Asif Technology. Perfect. I think many people have already joined us. Welcome you all towards this specific live discussion. Now, what is the objective for today? Let me just clarify that and then we can proceed further. I hope you all know that whenever we are working on any specific project, what is the importance of doing EDA? What is the importance of doing data cleaning part, right? Today, we will talk about that, but I have taken a lot of discussions in my past on my this YouTube channel where many people are already aware about the importance of doing a EDA and how data science people usually spend almost 70 to 80% to do that specific task. Previously, I mean, few years back, this task was very difficult, but right now it is quite easy. Now, today I will showcase you why is that so. This is one of the most important question which is asked by a lot of learners whenever I used to host any event. That Priya, how we will figure it out that with respect to this specific data, uh, these are the feature engineering things which we should create, or what exactly these features represent. How do I get to know? Let's say I have collected my data from any DB, or maybe the clients have shared this data to me. How will I get to know that, you know, these features indicates this specific part to me? Previously, we spent lot of time. We do lot of meetings. We require lot of time to get the domain knowledge of any given data. But right now, this task is very easy. So today I'll showcase you why I am saying so. So I feel we can start our discussion now. Just let me know, is my voice is clearly audible to everyone? Is my voice is clearly audible to everyone? Because audio is very important. If there is an issue in the audio, you can let me know. Otherwise, I'll continue. Somehow video is also important, but audio I feel is really important. So audio quality should be good. Is my voice is properly audible from the mic? No disturbance, nothing? Very good. Let me now share my screen and just confirm to me once my screen is properly visible to everyone. Perfect. Thank you so much for the clarity. Because sometimes I feel that in my previous videos in the live part, audio was not of great quality. Sometimes it gets detached to the mic. So whenever you feel that there is some disturbance in the back, always let me know in the chat window as we're in a live mode. So you can let me know that, okay, there is a disturbance coming up now. Okay. Perfect. So today, what we will do, we will be working with house price data. This is not a normal data. California wala data nahi hai ye. It's an advanced regression technique. Over here, you will observe that we will be having multiple fields. So let me just open one canvas so that I can talk about these features and you will get a lot of amazing insights from here. So let me just rename it as advanced house price regression. So over here, you will observe that there are too many features we have in this specific data. And that's the amazing thing why I have picked this specific data. So this is advanced house price regression task. Now, you will observe that the objective of the given problem is same. Objective is to determine the sales price of the house. So objective is same, but the issue is that over here we will be having too many features available. Just to showcase you the features part, you will be able to observe that this is eventually the full list of features that we have. I'm taking from a Kaggle, but you can see that sometimes you might have an issue in terms of understanding these features. The description might not be available to you. So over here, you can see a list is there, a huge list is there, I would say, where I will be having sales price. This is the target column I have. We will be having MS subclass. We will be having MS zoning. We will be having lot area, lot frontage, street, LA, lot shape. So if you will try to see the specific data, I mean, you will observe that with respect to basement, they have designed multiple features. With respect to garage, they have designed multiple features. With respect to lot area, they have designed multiple features. Just try to observe this data once. I have shared the link to everyone. You can easily check out the data. Please check it out. Now, let's suppose I have these many features available. There are almost, I think, 40. How many in total features I have? I was just doing the EDA before that. Almost 79 features I have over here. So you can imagine 79 features we have over here. Now, let's suppose that right now I'm not aware about the meaning of each and every feature. Although right now over here in the Kaggle, we have a description of it. But let's suppose I have just extracted my data and I'm not at all aware about the meaning of it. Today, we are in a GenAI world. So if let's suppose we are not aware about the description of these data points, what could be the right approach to work on it? So usually, previously what happened is we try to spend multiple resources, we try to spend our time in terms of exploring multiple resources to understand the meaning of each and every data. Right now, you will just go ahead and see your chat gpt. I have just opened it in the incognito tab. You can open while doing a login of this. I'll just mention that, I have a house price prediction data set where I have features like lot area, overall quality, garage cars, year built, salary price. Let's say these are the features which I'm not aware of. So I will just write a prompt in my Gemini, in my Claude, in my any of the platforms which I am using, Chat GPT, that can you just explain the business meaning of each feature and how it may impact the house prices? Now, what will happen is previously we used to spend a lot of time in terms of understanding these specific features itself. If let's say we don't have enough information, we try to interact with the clients multiple times. But now that specific necessity is not there. We can directly write a prompt, and based on that, we will be able to get the information out of it. So what I will do, I'll just click on enter button, and you will be able to observe that in an amazing way, we will be able to get the insights of it. How amazingly you can see what's the business meaning of it and what is the typical impact on the house price. So you can see when we talk about lot area, it indicates total size of property lot, means the land area, usually which is measured in a square feet. What is the typical impact on the house price? If let's say you will be having a larger lot area, it means that the property size is quite huge. It means that there will be more outdoor space, privacy, future expansion potential. So this is something which is important. When I say na, that whenever we talk about data understanding part, so over here data collection is something we already have done. We have collected from the public resource. In the next stage, we have to understand our data, right? So in our data understanding aspect, we have to understand each and every feature, right? So when I'm saying data understanding, it is in context with business understanding, in context with business. If I won't be able to understand the business well, I won't be able to understand the importance of each and every feature. And that is where my EDA might go wrong. So now this specific task will become easy for me, because I can go to Gemini, I can go to GenAI based tools that we will be having. I can directly mention whatever features I'm not able to interpret well, and I can just write a simple prompt that, hey, can you just let me know individually the meaning of these specific features in terms of business context? Yes, sure, I can zoom in. I hope you can see the prompt now. Right, everyone? Is it fine? Shall we move further now? So we got overall What is the meaning of this? Overall quality rating of the house construction and finishing material. Now, how it is an important feature for my prediction? It is usually one of the strongest predictor of price. Why? Because higher quality homes command premium prices due to better material, craftsmanship, and appearance. Similarly, you can see garage car. What it indicates is the capacity of a garage measured by the number of vehicles it can accommodate. What exactly is the intuition behind target value? If you have more garage space, it often increases the value, especially in suburban areas where parking and storage both are important. Previously, to get these kind of insights, we have to spend a lot of time. That's why you will I mean, you might have heard that people usually say that it's not that AI will replace our job. It's just that previously, when we were doing any project, we were spending months to provide the deliverables. Now that specific months reduced to days. So if you know that how we can write an effective prompt to do our task in an easier way, that is where you will be able to do well in your job. And that is what we have to learn over here. Perfect. Let me go back. Now, once I will be able to get the business context of each and every feature, whatever be the features I have, you can just read it out at your end, at your home. But there are too many features which we already have seen. And as I have mentioned, that whatever feature, let's say you are working in, and you feel that you're not comfortable with, always try to ask the business context of it and the meaning corresponding to it from ChatGPT or any specific tool like that. Is it fine till so far? Shall we proceed further? Many people in my batches say that, Priya, how should we learn these things? I simply say that right now learning is very easy. If you are very much interested to learn anything, you can do self study as well. Because right now you have an instructor available with you 24 is to 7. Who is your instructor? These tools. Let me go further and let me talk about the next concept. So let's say I have loaded my data. I have understood that in my data, I have two files, training and testing. In my training file, I have 1460 number of records and 80 number of columns, where the last target column is also available named sales price. Then we have a second test data, which is of shape 1459 and 79. Obviously, when you remove the target value, if it will get removed, 79 will be the number of columns which we will be left with. Fine. Now, after this, I try to do a ED on a target variable. What I have observed that when I'm doing a distribution of a sales price, I will be able to figure it out that it's a right skewed distribution. Now, I hope you guys know, if you have ever watched my stats based playlist, you should be aware about that we have a dot skew function. This function will help us to determine the level of skewness. If this value is more than 0, it means that our graph is positively skewed, means right skewed. If it is approximately equal to 0, it means that our graph contains a approximate normal distribution. And if it is less than 0, it means that it's negatively skewed. Now, over here, what skewness value I'm getting is 1.88, which is more than 0, means it's a positive value. So that is why you will observe that it is a right skewed, positively skewed. Now, let's suppose I'm not aware about the fact that how should I handle this problem. I'm not aware that how should I handle this specific problem. So what will I do over here? What is the next specific thing I should do over here? Maybe uh, I have a tool. I will say that, hey, now I will write another prompt with respect to the sales price. Can you guess what could be that specific prompt? You can write why skewness in the sale price data is problematic, and how shall I handle it? Simple. Now, even if you're not aware about the fact that how should you handle it, it will bring you some ideas. First of all, why it is problematic? Because it is rightly skewed. This means that most houses are priced in the lower to middle range, whereas there is a very small proportion which contains a luxury property having extremely house prices. So you can see why this causes a problem. Because if, let's say, right now I am applying two models over here in this entire implementation, one is linear regression, another one is XGBoost. So it says that, hey, it violates linear regression assumption. Why? Because many predictive models, especially linear regression, assume that errors or the residuals are approximately normally distributed. Now, if you have ever watched my machine learning playlist, you should know about the specific assumption. Now, what is happening is when sales price is highly skewed, residuals will become non-normal, confidence interval become less reliable, statistical tests become less trustworthy. So these are the possible issues. Now, outliers have excessive influence because it is right skewed, and the model may too focus on fitting the mention, the extreme data points, and it performs worse on typical houses. Third problem is there might be a large prediction errors for the expensive homes. You know that when we are talking about regression based problems, their loss function or the cost function is MSE, mean squared error. Now, what will happen because you have an outlier? So, when you take a difference between these two, the error completely shoots up. So, that is another issue. Fourth issue is non-linear relationship. Many house features have multiplicative rather than additive effect. So over here, linear model often struggle with these patterns when the prices are heavily skewed. Now you got an idea that, okay, whenever there is a skewness in my data in any of the column, these are the possible issues which I have. And especially over here, this specific column is a target column that I have. Now, how to detect it? That is what we already have done. We talked about a skew function. And now you will see a very amazing point. How to handle the skewness? Previously, we have to explore multiple websites to check that what could be the best potential approach to handle this. Right now, it's not something which is a very hard effort. We have to see the option number one, which is the most common, log transformation. Now, what this exactly log value will do? You can imagine that, let's say you will be having a value 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. And when you take a log of it, in the original value, you are doing multiplication by 10. You are taking in every iteration value 10 times. But as soon as you will take a log of those values, the value shrinks. And eventually, if your data is right skewed, you will transform it to normally distributed distribution. And that's what will happen in the sales price as well. So over here, you will observe that log 1px is a very good idea because sometimes x may contain zero value. In order to avoid any issue, we compute log 1p, which is having log 1 plus x, which avoids issues with 0. Now, what will happen is it will compress the extreme values, it will make relationships more linear, and it will often improve the regression performance. And that's exactly what I have done in my next upcoming step. So you will observe that over here, to handle this target value, I have taken np.log1p. And that's how I will be able to tackle this problem. And you will eventually see that the distribution which now we are getting is a normally distributed. Make sense? So it means that right now, you should have everything in your head is not a prerequisite. At every step, you should know that how can we write an effective prompt to handle the given problem, and we can get the solution corresponding to it, and we can just try to write the same solution over here. If you will take these two things side by side, and instead of just focusing on what your brain is saying, you are also relying on what actually GenAI specific tools are also saying, because they are trained on a very huge amount of data. They have already aware about different type of data sets. You will get a better aggressive results. I'm not saying that totally rely on those specific results. I'm not saying just do a copy paste. What I'm saying is whatever knowledge you have, plus whatever be the those pre-trained models are giving to you, if you combine the results of both of them, you can do your task in a well amazing manner, which maybe was not feasible within that specific duration maybe a few years back. And that's how you can utilize these specific tools. Now I came up with the next specific part, which is the EDA on the input features. Now over here, if you will be able to observe, when we talk about input features, I have so many input features, right? Now I have tried to check the correlation metrics, and we have figured it out that, hey, this is the top 10 features with respect to the sales price, and this is the correlation metrics we have. Now over here, if let's say somebody is not aware about the concept of correlation metrics, somebody is not aware about the impact of it, somebody is not aware about which specific two features could be said that they are very highly correlated, just what you have to do, you can just again go back to chat gpt. You say that uh, if two features have a high correlation of 0.80, maybe what are those two features, you can write it down. I mean, over here I got these features which are highly correlated. If the features have a high correlation named this with respect to the sale price, what should we do to tackle these issues? Now just wait, relax. What exactly it is saying? Because you are checking the correlation coefficient value with respect to a target variable, that is not an issue. So that is what they're saying. High correlation between features and sales price is generally not a problem. It is actually desirable, because it means that these features are strong predictor of the target variable. But if let's say you are having a very high correlation coefficient value with respect to the input feature itself, then it is an issue. And ideally, we try to drop any one of them, because that somehow indicates that they're providing the common information to predict the target variable as sales price. So over here, you can see that, hey, you are getting a, let's say, high correlation with sale price, keep them. This area, garage cars, garage area, it means that higher quality homes means higher prices, which makes sense. Larger living areas, higher prices, which makes sense. Larger garages, higher prices, which makes sense. So basically, do not remove them simply because they're highly correlated with sales price. And this is one of the common issue which many people as a beginner does. When they try to see a high correlation coefficient value, because they have a something in their mind that, hey, whenever the features are highly correlated, I have to drop them. This instantly go ahead and drop it. But over here, we have to check that whether it is with respect to a target variable or whether it is with respect to some another input feature. Now you can see, check correlation among predictors. The bigger issue is when you have this and this, when you have this and this, when you have this and this. Basically, when you have two input features and they are highly correlated, that is where the issue comes into picture. And if that is the issue, it means that these variables carry the same information. So, see, even if I'm not aware about the concept, I'm getting an intuition behind it. How is target value? What is this question? So you can see over here, target value is sales price. So you can see sale price is 0.82, which is highly correlated with overall quality. So what we are saying over here, or what your tool is saying, that this is fine, this is good. It indicates that overall quality is a very strong predictor to predict the sale price. But if let's say you will be having two input features and they are highly correlated, that is where the issue will come. For example, they have given a wonderful example over here talking about, let's say, year built and garage year built. So obviously, there is a very high chance that year built and garage year built is same, because jab ghar bana tabhi to garage bana. So it could be the possibility that they will be having a correlation coefficient value as maybe 0.90. I hope you're getting my point over here, right? देखो दो चीजें हमने यहाँ पे बताई, क्या क्या? What we are saying, that let's suppose that over here you will be having one feature. These are the input features you have: feature F1, feature F2, feature F3, feature F4, and let's assume that you have a target value Y. जब हम कोरिलेशन कोफिशिएंट वैल्यूज की बात करते हैं, तो एक तो हो गया कि आप ये बोल रहे हो कि F4 और Y हाईली कोरिलेटेड हैं, F4 and Y highly correlated है. So this is something which is acceptable. This is something where we will feel happy. For example, यहाँ पे अभी let's say कि ये F4 feature हमारे पास क्या है? Overall quality of the house. And Y feature क्या है? Let's say the sale price of the house. तो ये तो अच्छी बात है, बिल्कुल सही बात है. ये इंडिकेट कर रहा है कि F4 फीचर काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है टू प्रिडिक्ट द सेल्स प्राइस. बट लेट्स सपोज मैं ये बोल रही हूं कि मेरे पास F1 और F2 फीचर है. F1 फीचर इंडिकेट कर रहा है कि व्हाट इज द कंस्ट्रक्शन ईयर ऑफ द हाउस. ठीक है, कौन से ईयर में हाउस बना. और F2 फीचर इंडिकेट कर रहा है कि गैरेज कब बना, गैरेज कंस्ट्रक्शन ईयर. तो ऑब्वियसली ये दोनों फीचर्स इनपुट फीचर्स है ना. ये क्या है, ये सब F1 से F4 इनपुट फीचर्स है. All these are the input features that we have, and this is something which is a target variable that we have, right? So what I want is, I want that the two input features won't be connected. If they're connected, they're somehow indicating the similar information, and if that is the case, I will preferably try to drop any single feature out of F1 and F2, and that's the whole point which it is also trying to interpret with us. All good? Shall we go back? Exactly. That is what Biswajit also mentioned. If highly correlated one input feature to another input feature, then drop the one input feature. That's the whole point. Now let's go further. So over here, we have seen that what are the most correlated features with respect to sales price. That's what we have figured it out. So we have three features: overall quality, above ground living area, and garage area, which makes sense because it indicates that they are the strong input features that we have, which are responsible to predict the sale price, right? Now let's move further. Now we will do data preprocessing and feature engineering. So over here, the complete data will be, we will be having this train data and we will be having this test data. So if you will try to see the combined data, our data contains 2919 number of records and 79 number of features. So what I have done is I have just combined all the values, because when we are doing a EDA and when we are trying to handle the input features, we have to make sure that all the things, whether it is about missing values, whether it is about outliers, should be handled in a effective way, right? Now let's talk about missing values. Do we have any missing values? I have tried to check it out, and I have observed that there are so many missing values we have in the numeric data. So many missing values. Now, this is very interesting. Whenever we see a missing value, we instantly think that do the imputation with mean or median or mode, right? That's the first instinct that we have. Or maybe try to apply a KNN imputer and it will bring us the prediction. What could be the best value we can predict? But there are a lot of features where doing imputation doesn't make sense. Now, I ask the similar question to my chat GPT. See the prompt now. When we talk about missing values, there was one effective prompt I have written. This is about this. For example, I have a feature called pool QC where 99% missing values are there. 99%. See this very carefully. Should I drop it or should I impute it? Let's see what is the answer it will give to me. The answer depends on why the values are missing. For the feature like pool quality, in many house price data sets, 99% missing values usually means most houses do not have a pool, not that the data was accidentally lost. Now, see how we can shift our mindset now. This is the important thing. Previously, when somebody wants to start in the journey of data science, they have to explore a lot more. What I'm saying is now you should know that how can you write an effective prompt and you will be able to develop the right mindset accordingly. Over here, you can see that pool QC typically contains the pool quality. It could be excellent, it could be good, it could be typical or average, it could be fair, it could be no pool. Missing means it simply indicates that that specific house has no pool. अगर मेरे फीचर में पूल क्यूसी में कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, इसका मतलब ये है कि उस स्पेसिफिक हाउस के पास पूल है. तो rather than we are just directly imputing it with, let's say, any random number, or we are just trying to maybe drop those records, this is a informative missingness. So should you drop it? I don't think so. We should in fact impute that value with 0. 0 indicates that over there the pool is not there. और ऐसा होता भी है, बहुत सारे हाउसेस में ऐसा होता है कि पूल नहीं होता. So this is something which is a recommended approach. Convert missing to no pool. तो या तो आप नो पुल करके स्ट्रिंग में कन्वर्ट कर दो या 0 से फिल कर दो. तो ऐसे ही बहुत सारे फीचर्स हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे आप देखोगे बेसमेंट से रिलेटेड फीचर्स हैं, गैरेज कार्स, गैरेज एरिया, बेसमेंट फुल बाथ, बेसमेंट हाफ बाथ. जहां जहां पे इन सब में मिसिंग वैल्यूज है, इट इनडायरेक्टली इंडिकेट्स कि ये सब वैल्यूज, ये सब फीचर्स हमारे हाउस में है ही नहीं. So instead of doing a direct imputation with any random value, we will impute it with 0. And that's what we have done over here. We have filled the values with 0. And after that, we have again checked the missing values. So over here, we have seen now further, do we have any missing value? No. We have handled it. Now we reach to the next important discussion, which is about lot frontage. What this lot frontage indicates? Over here, if you will see, lot frontage. This is the one. Linear feet of street connected to property. Now, obviously, this is something which I cannot impute with a 0 value. ऐसा नहीं है कि street ही नहीं होगी property से connected. So in that case, maybe I will just verify, and if there is a missing value available, I will try to impute it with the median value. So what I'm trying to convey over here, most important thing, that whenever you are doing a data imputation, don't blindly follow any technique. First of all, understand your data well, understand the business context of it, understand that whether this missing value indicates some information or not. And I'm not saying do it by your own. Now you should have used this chat GPT or these GenAI based tools to understand the business context of a feature, and you can just write a prompt that whether this information is informative information with respect to the missingness, or this is something where the imputation with respect to mean or median is required. So you can see we have done the imputation with respect to the neighborhood column, and over here the assumption is that the houses in the same neighborhood tend to have a similar lot frontage values. Dot transform function This is the important step. It transforms the entire column and calculates the median of the existing lot frontage in that specific group. After this, we have a LE specific component, and their different classes, gravel and pave. Electrical specific component and their different classes. And what we have done is we have tried to impute the categorical features. Now, see, again, if we reach to that specific point, when we have these categorical values, wherever LE is there, what is the meaning of LE? Any idea? What is the meaning of LE? What is the meaning of fence? What is the meaning of miscellaneous feature? What is the meaning of pool QC? Just now we have seen pool QC तो, but miscellaneous features अगर आपके पास none है, अगर आपके पास missing values हैं, तो can I say that it indicates somehow that my house doesn't contain any miscellaneous features? Is it correct? Is it fine? Similarly, if I'm talking about, let's say, LE, do you have a type of LE access? If it contains a missing value, it indicates that the LE access is not there. Similarly, if I'm saying street, what is the type of a road access? This is fine. Road ka access to hoga. When you talk about fence, let me go below. Where is the? This is the fence. Fence quality. So it could be the case that there is no fencing over there. So it means that whatever features, wherever we feel that NA indicates a informative meaning as none, that specific thing is not available as a part of a feature in the house, what we have done is we have again replaced it with none. And wherever we feel that, these specific features are the ones where proper encoding will be required, we have done that with the mode. Again, this is important to understand. So whatever features you observe that they doesn't make sense, if the missing value is there, it means that this specific field is not available at all, we will impute with none. But wherever you feel that electrical, kitchen quality, exterior force, exterior second, over there we have the values available. But it's just that wherever the missing value is there, it is not indicating that this specific thing is not there. For example, kitchen quality will always be there. So that is where we have to do the mode based imputation. Is this something clear to everyone? Shall we move further? Again, garage year built. So over here it indicates that do we have any garage year built. So if let's say it is not there, we are trying to fill it with again 0. It means that there is no garage available at that specific location, which is completely fine. It is not mandatory that every house will have a garage as well. You got it right. All good till so far. So you will observe that in terms of handling the missing values also, somewhere we have done the imputation with 0, somewhere we have done the imputation with median, and somewhere we have done the imputation with mode. These things relies on what exactly features do we have, and at the time of missing values, when I'm saying, are they informative? Are they making sense? And if not, obviously we will do the imputation corresponding to it. So there is one interesting question asked by Biswajit that after filling with 0, then that features have imbalanced data, which creates a new problem. What can I do in that case? I mean, it's not the case. I mean, when you fill it with 0, it's a numeric data, right? It's not a categorical data. So when we talk about imbalancing of something, that usually comes when we are dealing with the categorical data. And eventually, when you try to apply the XGBoost, in fact, there is no need to handle these missing values as well. I hope everybody knows the meaning of XGBoost algorithm and how it works internally. If you don't know, you can let me know in the comment section. I might release a new video with respect to the XGBoost maths. But if you are aware about it, you should know that when we talk about XGBoost specific algorithm, that algorithm don't even require these missing values imputation. It will automatically handle it. So these kind of troubles will not happen in those scenarios. So you are replacing the 0 with the numeric data. And in numeric data, we can have zeros as well. That doesn't have any problem. In categorical type issues, the issue of imbalancing will come into picture. New video on XGBoost algorithm. Okay. Just let me know everyone in the comment section if you need one specific video from my end talking about the complete XGBoost maths, because this is one of the very widely used algorithm in machine learning. I think this is pending in our ML playlist as far as I remember. So if you really need it, you can just let me know in the comment section. And if many people will say that, hey, we just need the intuition behind how XGBoost works mathematically, it eventually works with the similarity score concept. We try to create a XGB tree over there, and that is completely based on a similarity score. I will try to release one of the video for the same. But in that case, there should be people who will watch it. Sometimes I feel that whenever I upload some advanced concepts, people don't prefer to watch those videos. They like roadmap based videos. That's the main reason. I sometimes mark it as only for members, or maybe I won't release it. That is the only reason. Otherwise, if many people in my community prefer to watch the advanced level videos, I would be happy to release these kind of videos as well. Can we use XGBoost if we have less than 500 rows and buyer's data? um XGBoost eventually work well when you have a very huge amount of data. That's why in the industries, people use XGBoost algorithm quite frequently, because right now data is quite huge. The importance of XGBoost is lies in the fact that they have a distributed computing. It is the only boosting algorithm which provides parallel processing, which provides distributed computing. It is an advanced version of gradient boosting. And whatever be the boosting models we have, whether it's EDA boost, whether it's gradient boosting normal version, they all have a sequential processing. And when XGBoost came, it came with a separate library altogether. We don't have anything internally inside sklearn. The only reason is its power to process the data in a very faster way. So when you have a very less amount of data, it won't perform well. It perform well only when you have a very huge amount of data. Perfect. I hope it answers your question. Now, this is very interesting and fun part for me, because over there, feature engineering. Now, this is very widely asked question by many learners. Ki Priya, how will I get to know that which specific features, should I figure it out? हमारे दिमाग में ही नहीं आता. We don't even get to know that based on the specific columns, do we genuinely require more features? For example, right now, we have so many already features available. I mean, I don't have a thought after looking onto those specific features, ki what exact features I should design further. And in that context, at least this GenAI based tools helped me a lot. Now, going back to the tools now, I'll showcase you that how you can do a analysis with respect to the feature engineering part. There was one prompt which was very effective. That is the suggest advanced feature engineering ideas for a house prediction dataset. I mean, you can also make it more effective if you can write the exact features that you will be having in a given data. Then it will give you the greater level of ideas ki this specific feature engineering part will be more impactful. But let's say for now, I'm just saying like this. Let's try to see. Let's try to run this and let's try to see. Now you can see. पहला ही फीचर कितना शानदार इसने बताया है, एज बेस्ड फीचर. Instead of using year built directly, because when you are passing this year built in the model, it won't give us if effective results, right? It won't be able to bring the lot more insights to predict the sales price of the given house. It said that better to go with the house age, better to analyze that what is the age of the house. So you will try to now figure it out in feature engineering part, that what could be the new features which I can originate based on the already available features. Now, when you do the specific job, you will be able to observe that whatever features you already have used, you will simply drop them. इससे दो फायदे होंगे. एक तो आपके पास में नए फीचर्स आएंगे which may be more advanced, which may be more effective to predict the price of the house. Secondly, whatever be the not that much useful features you have, you will be dropped that. You will be having a very good quality features, less number of features, and that is something which helped internally the model to do the training as well. So over here you can see, first thing it has mentioned is year built, which is quite good option. Then if let's say there is a feature called as year remodel, कि दोबारा से कब restructuring हुई उस specific house की, so we can create a new feature called as year since remodel. This is another interesting feature. Then we have a garage age, so we have a garage year built कि garage कब design किया गया, तो हम garage की age भी निकाल सकते हैं. I mean, age is always a very good metric as comparable to the year, because year won't give a more sense to any specific model. Then when we talk about total space in the feature, we have a different features like total basement, first floor, second floor, square feet value, right? What we will do with respect to these three features individually, rather than that, if I will combine all of them and bring up with a total square feet area, it is more effective, isn't it? I mean, we will be having three separate columns which talks about different floors square feet value. I will have to train it. My model will maybe take a lot of time. Rather than taking the three unique features with respect to total basement, first floor, second floor, square feet, I can create a one of the strongest feature, which can include all of them. Now, maybe these ideas might not be coming directly in your head, but as soon as you will write these prompts and if you will provide the features as well, it will bring you amazing ideas. If you can use them directly, it will make your job so easy. And I'm saying you, if your performance of the model was like say 70%, it shoot up to 90% as well. It happened with me. So previously I struggled a lot in feature engineering tasks. If you'll ask me, na Priya, out of the all the EDA processes, which specific step you find it difficult at your work, this was one of the steps. Because over here I have to spend a lot of time thinking that what could be the best features I should design. But right now I have the specific smart tool available with me. So I'm using Claude, I'm using Chat GPT, I'm using Perplexity quite frequently right now. And these three tools, all of them are having a different purpose, at least for me. That's why I'm using it simultaneously. But they're doing an amazing job in terms of doing a lot of data science specific tasks. So over here, you can see this is another interesting feature which I got. Again, total porch area. I was having open porch square feet. I was having enclosed porch, screen porch, 3 SSN porch. I mean, what will I do with respect to these 4 or 5 different entities for the same? Maybe I can just reduce it to one. Two things will happen. Firstly, I'll get a strongest predictor. Secondly, this eventually leads to feature selection as well. Few minutes back, somebody have mentioned that Priya, we have so many features. Maybe you can do PCA technique as well to reduce them. But before applying that, maybe we can do a better feature engineering. Maybe we can reduce it directly without going to that specific part itself. If feature engineering is not possible or if feature selection is not possible, then you can think about it. But right now it is quite intuitive. Again, total bathrooms. We have full bath, half bath, basement, full bath, and so on. Again, we can combine all of these things. If it is a half bath, I can multiply with 0.5. If it is a full bath, I can multiply with the entire thing. And that's how I will be able to get the entire column as total bath. Again, quite interesting thing, which might be coming in your head or maybe not, right? But with the help of this specific tool, you can get a better idea of it. Similarly, premium homes derive value from both quality and size. So you will be having an overall quality, you will be having garage living area. When you multiply both of them, you will get an overall quality of the living area, which is a very good unique feature that we will be able to get. For example, they have given an example as well that we have a house A, 5 is the quality, area is 2000. We have a house B where 9 is the quality, 2000 is the area. So obviously house B should command a higher price, and that's what it is bringing for us. Again, binary premium features. Now see, when we say that my house contains a pool, it's a luxury feature. So we can create a new segregated column altogether called as has pool or not. It's a Boolean feature which somehow be a part of what I can say luxury entity. If it is having a pool, maybe the price instantly shoots up as comparable to any house where the pool is not there. So again, you can see, again, has fireplace, has garage, has basement. I mean, all of these are the premium features, right? Every house mandatorily doesn't have it. For example, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, living room, also the mandatory things in a given home. But when we talk about garage, when we talk about basement, when we talk about fireplace, when we talk about pool, all these comes under a luxury part, and we can create a segregate features for them. Because obviously, if there is any home which contains these luxury features as well, obviously their house price shoots up. Now, next part is neighborhood based features. So you can see with just one effective prompt how effectively I will be able to get the response with respect to the feature engineering part. Location is usually one of the strongest price drivers, and I hope you guys agree with me. If let's say you're living in Bangalore, uh, nearby the company's area where maximum companies are there, even the rent is very high, right? As comparable to an area where there is nearby local towns. So location is one of the most important reason, and that is where you can just say ki neighborhood average price, if it is 500k or 180k, depending upon that, it captures the location value directly. So if there is any neighborhood A whose average price is 500k as comparable to neighborhood B, it means that A is having a highest sale price as well, right? After this, you can see room efficiency. Area per room is nothing but what is the living area divided by total rooms, right? It provides the spaciousness, how much space we have in a given room. Then bathrooms are there or not. Garage features efficiency, garage quality score, where we can combine garage car area and the quality of it. Now, with these feature engineering itself, you can imagine that how many number of features you have reduced and how many strong predictors you have designed just by writing, again, I'm saying one single prompt. I'm pretty sure that you might have two, three ideas out of these features that you can do when you saw this data. But all of these ideas, if you are saying I instantly had, I will not, agree with you, because it takes a lot of time to get all of these features. Maybe we will do multiple iterations to get an idea that, okay, this specific feature also we can design, that specific feature we can design. But now that specific job is so easy with the help of this. Now you can see many housing datasets contain ordered categories. This is called as ordinal features. So you can convert into meaningful numerical scales, for example, excellent, good, and so on. So same thing we can do for the kitchen quality, exterior quality, heating quality, garage quality, and pool quality. Then overall house condition index. This is a very important metric. House score, which contains the overall quality, overall condition, kitchen quality, and an external factor. Now, this is a feature which can provide a holistic review of the entire house. And if the house score is quite high, the obviously sales price of the house is also very high. Then we can provide a luxury score. So if there is any house which is having a pool, fireplace, garage also, maybe they have a very high luxury value. Then there will be non-linear transformations. If there are many numerical features which are right skewed, we can maybe further do the handling of that part, maybe by doing a log transformations again. And then we have interaction features for top predictors. What are the common powerful interactions we have? For example, overall quality and the living area. Overall quality, total square feet area. Overall quality, garage cars, and so on. So you can see they effectively come up with 10 important features out of all of them. We had almost 79 features, just 10 features we're left with, which combines all the features together. Now, maybe because I have not given the exact 79 features over here, it might not be doing it in a very good way. But whatever be the insights I want to share, I hope you're getting it. If you will provide further the as it is features as well, it might bring you better ideas as well. Over here, let's go back. Now, what exactly I have done? I have figured out total SF as mentioned by the feature engineering part, total bath, age, and I have created the new features. Then again, categorical columns, I have encoded them. And over here, if you will be able to observe that there are so many features which my chat GPT talked about. I have not created for now, but better to create it. For example, I really like the housing score wala part. So you can do it at your end. That's a task for today. Now, after that, I have tried to build the model. I did a scaling and I did the modeling with respect to a linear regression task. It was the model number one where I have worked with. Now, further, I applied model number two as XGBoost. Now, obviously, because linear regression is quite simpler and it usually caters the linear relationship only. XGBoost, on the other hand, is a quite powerful model. And over here, we are having somehow the complex data. Intuitively, also XGBoost might work better, and that's what happened over here. I have used three evaluation metrics over here: RMSE, MAE, and R squared, and I try to analyze the performance of both of them. You will observe that when we talk about linear regression specific part, RMSE, MAE, and R square value was, way higher. RMSE and MAE was higher, and R square was lower. And XGBoost somehow performed better in terms of that. RMSE and MAE got reduced, R square got increased. So somehow XGBoost significantly outperforms. Finally, what we do is we try to create the submission files. Whatever be the model which predicts the best, we log those predictions. We try to, this is a very important step which many people forget. In the starting, when we talked about the sales part, you remember that we did a log transformation. Now, when you're returning any value to the user, you don't want the transformed values to return. You have to reverse those values back. One of the most important step which many people missed. I have seen it personally. So please remember that whenever you are doing any transformation on the target variable, you have to reverse that transformations back, because when user will use your model, they don't want to see the logged values of sales price. They want to see the actual values in dollars. So you will do the transformation via this XMP M1. Then you created a data frame which contains the test data and the final predictions corresponding to it. Then I have created a submission.csv file, and that's how my file looks like. So over here, you can see with respect to the given test data, what is the sales price I have as per the XGBoost model. And finally, these are the insights we got. Now, what are the key steps which you can do on top of it? As I have mentioned, more feature engineering part we can do. I have done it very less, but I have just showcased you how we can do. Hyperparameter tuning is something which we can do because XGBoost contains a lot of parameters. Over here, we have taken the default ones, means I have just fixed those values that, hey, take number of estimators as maybe 10,000, sorry, 1,000, learning rate as 0.05, maximum depth as 3. But obviously, we can optimize it with the hyperparameter tuning. And finally, you will be able to see when we talk about ensemble modeling, we can also work on stacking. Again, stacking video might not be there in my ML playlist. So if you want these advanced concepts also to cover up in my ML playlist of on YouTube, it's about stacking and it's about XGBoost. You can just let me know in the comment section if I'll get maximum comments, and if you genuinely promise me that, hey, we will watch those videos, then only I will launch it, because those videos somehow drop the views of mine, and this impacts my upcoming videos as well. And that's the only reason, to be very frank, I sometimes feel that I should not launch the advanced concepts. I have videos with me, but I'm not launching it because of that specific reason. And that's the reason why sometimes I push them to a members only, because I know that at least the members are the sincere audience. They will watch it because they are subscribed to my channel and they are paying the monthly membership as well. And they usually watch it also. They mail me also that, this is something which is actually we like it. But the remaining audience, it all depends. Sometimes the advanced videos shoots up as well. For example, I remember that few months back I launched Netflix data project. By the way, I have made it public again. So that specific video, many people liked it, and that's why I made it public. Recently also I published one project on Netflix part doing a EDA, and people like that specific video as well. So it's not always the case, but maximum number of time people prefer to go with the simpler videos. But I really hope that whatever concepts we have discussed today, and how personally I am using these GenAI specific tools to do this EDA specific task in a more easier way. Now, within one day, I can do the EDA in an effective way. Within, if somebody will give me a complex data as well, I mean, I won't take much time in terms of understanding my data. I can do it pretty well. So, if I will be able to accomplish this EDA in an effective way, right? Data cleaning in an effective way, then it's not a difficult task to go for EDA, where we'll create the visuals, we'll do univariate and bivariate analysis, and then after that, it's very easy to go further and talk about the model training part. Many people feel that model training is a difficult job, but model training is very easy job if you already have a clean data. And after that, you will go ahead and evaluate that model. And if evaluation works fine, then you will go ahead and deploy that specific model. Right? One more important thing. This is about today's discussion, which I want to share with you all. I hope, first of all, you guys find it amazing, insightful, and now you will also use these tips whenever you are doing your work in the industry. Second important thing, which I want to share with everyone over here, I should share you at the start itself, but I just forget it. Uh, as it's the starting of the month, from this month onwards, I mean, I've just started. I don't know whether I should continue or not. I will see the response accordingly. I will look into it. If you will go to any of the courses I'm saying, you will figure it out that there is a 30%, 30% off is going on level 30. I mean, this is just for a week. I'm just doing a trial key because initially when we start any month, we have a uh, very high hope that in this specific month I will learn something new. I will upskill myself. So this is just to encourage the learners that hey, there is something which is going on. I'm planning to do personally in every month, but I will see that whether it could be in my budget or not. But this is for the very first month. I have started this initiative for you all. And if I will see that the response is very good and people are really enjoying the stuff, those who won't be able to purchase uh, maybe for the full price, although my course prices are very genuine and very I feel cheaper with respect to what exact deliverables I'm giving in my courses. But still, I mean, it's just an initiative from my end. I don't know whether it will be good or not for my financial per se, but I will at the end of the month look into it. But yeah, this from this month I started this. I don't know whether I'll continue or not. Again, it all depends. By the end of the month we will see the finances and everything, and if I feel that I'm going out of my pocket, so I will not continue this. And if I feel that this is something which is making sense to run this specific form, so I will continue this, to be very frank. So, yep. But for now, I have just you started this today only. Not shared anything right now publicly. I will maybe post it tomorrow on my LinkedIn and on my YouTube. But at least those who have joined me live, they will get to know for all the courses we have this coming up. So please check it out and use this opportunity to upskill yourself. It's the start of the month, and it's a gift from my end for you all. So, with that, thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you find the session interesting, insightful. Do let me know in the comment section that whether you want me to continue these type of discussions or not. And whenever I feel that okay, I have a time, I don't have any meetings or sessions at night, I will definitely try to come up live in the next specific weeks as well. With that, if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we can wrap up as well. It's about 1 hour, but yep, we have discussed so much as well. Any questions anyone is having? All good. Let me stop sharing my screen now. Is everything is clear? Whatever we have discussed, have you guys enjoyed it? Maza aaya? Clear hua? So the ultimate point, if I have to conclude this entire discussion, the ultimate point is that whatever work you are doing right now, if you're not using these GenAI based tools, if you feel that hey, I have to do it from scratch, then somehow you are not understanding the importance of these resources which you have right now, which was not there back in those years where people were struggling. So please try to use them in terms of creating a project, in terms of upskilling yourself, in terms of doing a research, in terms of understanding any research paper, in terms of reading any book. I mean, wherever you find it difficult, just go to these platforms, ask a proper prompt, provide a proper, prompt with respect to whatever question you have, whatever thought you have. The more deeper prompt you will provide, you'll get a better response, and that's how things will work, right? I will try to share all the files with you all. I will upload on my GitHub and will share with you all. And if somebody will mention about this news also, that we have a 30% off going on in the comment, that would be great for everyone. Maybe sometimes people don't watch the entire discussion, they just watch the few insights. So please let them know after, once you leave the discussion. I will also try to mention in the comment section, but before that, if anybody mentioned that, so that they can use this opportunity. With that, thank you so much. Thanks for joining in. I will see you all in my next upcoming discussion very soon. And definitely do share your insights on LinkedIn, Twitter, tag me, whatever learnings you have gained. And do mention in the comment section as well. Your single comment will encourage me to do more in this specific field. And thank you so much. Bye bye. See ya.